The guys they don't like, they got a whole Santa Christmas list of things you gotta do. But for the guy that they like, he doesn't have to do that. She says online she want a guy that's 6 foot, but in person she's dating a guy in real life who's 5'9". You know why?
Okay, so I seen a podcast clip from Amani Talks, and if you guys want to go check it out, the podcast clip was posted on February the 2nd, where she said she do not want her man to have social media. Now, she is not the first female that I ever heard say that, so I just want to know, with you asking your man not to have social media, what do you think that's going to do? I'm going to give you my stance on it, and then y'all give me feedback. I know on social media, you know, you may be tempted by different things. So maybe on social media, she feels like it's just less temptation. But I'll tell y'all something. If somebody is tempted by something, and if that desire overtakes them, they're going to get it no matter what, whether they're active on social media or not. And because I just put myself in their shoes, like if a nigga asks me not to have social media, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. You know what I mean? I would listen to his reasonings, and I would like politely and properly decline. My social media is for me, and I use it for the things I want to use it for. Now, if I wanted to be doing all types of things, talking to men, this is that, I could do that in person, or I could do that in social media. You asking me to take away my social media or delete my social media pages won't stop nothing. Won't stop me from doing nothing that I want to do. I feel like that's what I'm thinking. Amani Talks, maybe, you know, she said it's okay if her man has social media if she's making money from it. If her man is making money from it, but a lot of, you know, men are not, you know, obviously making money from social media. They just on there doing this. Okay. But a man, he gonna go out and find whatever it is he's looking for, whether it's right there in his face on Instagram or it's right there in his face at the gas station. So ladies, I just want y'all feedback. If y'all want y'all man not to have social media.
And this is another addition of a woman having superficial standards, right? Because like she said in the video, just because I don't have an Instagram doesn't mean that I'm not gonna cheat if I want to. Like in general, you have to give people freedom. And I'm not saying to not have boundaries, that's not what I'm saying, but you don't try to control people by controlling somebody. You control somebody by giving them freedom and allowing them to do what they're going to do already. And knowing that, okay, if you overstep this boundary, you gone. This is why you discuss boundaries with the woman that you're dating. You know, obviously there's levels to it. You're not going to discuss the same stuff you would for a relationship while you're dating, but in the proper progression, when you have boundaries in place, I'm gonna give you the freedom. And if you cross the boundaries, I'm gone. So me not having an Instagram is not going to stop that. And this is not even the reason why I wanted to make this video. The reason why I wanted to make this video is because as men, we be so focused on what a woman says online. You know, a lot of us get mad when they hit us with the 3'6", 6 foot, 6-pack abs, 6 figures. We get upset. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. We get upset at that, but the man that get upset with that is a man that's not continuing to work on himself. It's a man that has never gotten a woman before. Everyday women are not like that. Most everyday women don't require you to be making 6 figures. They looking at how your confidence is, what you talking about, how you look. Like, women look at so much more than just money. If you're talking about those women on Instagram, yeah, you're gonna have to have money to get with them. For sure. But sure, you're gonna have to spend that bread. You know what I'm saying? Because those are 1%. You don't see those women on Instagram in everyday life. You're not just going to the gas station. Now in the gym, yeah, but you're not just going to the gas station and walking on the streets and seeing women that look like that every single day. So that's not even a majority. But as a man, when we don't get women and we have to overcompensate and we're sad at our lives and we're sad at where we at, we use that as the excuse. Oh, women only want guys that's 6 foot. Oh, like, and this is another one. Women nowadays will hit you with, oh, I don't want a guy that works a 9 to 5. And as men, we get so upset. Why do you care? Because to me, I don't even want a woman who thinks like that, even if I am a full-time entrepreneur. A woman who thinks like that, I'm good. Because what gives you the right to say that you too good for a 9 to 5? What makes you too good for that? Now, maybe that's not your cup of tea, but you don't phrase it and say, oh, I'm not dating the guy that works a 9 to 5. I'm not dating the guy that works a 9 to 5. Like, that's ridiculous. What separates you? What makes you better than these other women? Why should you just get a privilege to be with me? You know what I'm saying? Just because you saying, oh, I don't date a guy that works a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? So as a man, you got to understand, forget what these women are saying. You got to find what's best for you. And also too, what y'all got to understand, the same women that require these things don't fulfill these things themselves. Let me say that again. The same women that require these things don't fulfill these things themselves. So women will talk about all day, oh, he got to be making 6 figures, but you making 2 figures. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still living at your grandma's house and sharing a room and don't got a car and got to finesse a dude to take you to work every day. You still on that. And meanwhile, I have my own space. I am confident. I can take care of myself. I got transportation, but yet you don't date 9 to 5 guys. I also want to touch on the fact about what she was saying about a man is going to do what he does regardless, right? And that gets into trust. To me, the way with trust, see, a lot of people have these things, oh, I'm gonna be checking my girl's phone, or oh, you know what I'm saying, you can't have an Instagram. A lot of us put these barriers on people when you should be giving people the freedom to do what they're gonna do regardless. Because to me, the way I'm gonna trust you is by how you're showing up, your actions. Are you giving your full energy? Are you paying attention to detail? When you're saying something, are you about it? Or do you not do what you say you're gonna do? That's what I'm looking at. So for me, I don't need to have barriers on, oh, you can't have an Instagram. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid. Because I understand a relationship is built on trust. So I'm going to trust you based off your actions. I'm trusting you on how you show up. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about no, because again, regardless if you have an Instagram or not, that's not gonna stop somebody that has a motive to do something. But you know, just going back to women having these online standards, right? A lot of us men, we get upset with these things, right? And the only thing we should be focused on as men is improving our lives, improving our mindset, improving the abundance we have in our life, improving our swag, improving our hygiene, our health, you know what I'm saying? Improving how we live, making sure our life is simple. Those are the things you need to be focused on, and messing with the women who are interested in you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about women that have all these standards. Let them be miserable on the gram and making those posts. Let them do that. Let them complain on TikTok. But a lot of us men, again, we get up. The ones that, what y'all got to understand is, again, like I said earlier in the video, a lot of these women in real life don't have these type of standards. The same woman that will say, oh, I want a guy that's 6 foot, her guy in person would be 5'9". The same woman online who will say, oh, you got to make $500K to mess with me, makes 20,000. You know, I don't want my dude having an Instagram, is posting naked pictures and thirst traps on Instagram. So what y'all gotta understand is, women say, and again, this is not all women. This is not to my queens, of course, you know what I'm saying? But this is to a lot of the modern women who love the supernatural, the superficial things, you know what I'm saying? Those are the women that I'm speaking to. You can't get caught up in the woman standards. You gotta get caught up in women who are caught up with you. Those are the women I'm caught up in. I don't care about what other women and their standards and Instagram and 6 foot, because all that stuff is cap. It's cap. Because those are not real, like, somebody's height has nothing to do with a relationship. Now I can understand if the woman is taller than the guy, I understand that. Ideally, we understand the man needs to be taller than the woman. That's how most people ideally want to be, I understand that. But at the end of the day, some of these standards don't even matter. So what if he makes 80,000 and you make 60,000? Well, together, y'all at 140, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to think about it. You at 140 and y'all got to think about it. You only got one rent or mortgage, one light bill. So actually, y'all are actually winning. Oh, nah, he got to be making 6. What you bringing to the table? Because a date is not meant for you to see how much money I can spend on you or how much resources I got. A date is to see if we're compatible, if we can make this work. That's what a date is for. It's not about me spending my bread. So let me see that if you're invested first. Because you're not just finna get a free $300 meal out of me and just finesse me. We ain't doing that. But guess what? If you wait around and you work with me and you, you know what I'm saying, we vibe and you make it easy for me, then we can go to that fancy dinner place when she done earned it. But women don't want to do that. This is why you got to call a woman's bluff. Y'all go check out the last couple of videos I just dropped. This is why you got to call a woman's bluff. Make her show her hand. Because a lot of women, they really be about this when they say online, oh, you got to take me to a fancy dinner. They be a fancy dinner place on the first date. They kind of be about it for the guys that they don't like. That's the only thing. The guys they don't like, they got a whole Santa Christmas list of things you got to do. But for the guy that they like, he doesn't have to do that. So that's another thing you have to understand about women. When they say these things online, those are just for the dudes that they don't like. That's why in person, she says online she want a guy that's 6 foot, but in person, she's dating a guy in real life who's 5'9". You know why? Because those are just rules for guys she don't like. That's what y'all gotta understand. That's why the women's standards online, that's a myth. It's a fairy tale. It's not real life. That's why my mindset, I'm just continuing to focus on myself. Continue to improve my life, continue to get better, continue to date more, continue, you know what I'm saying? Just continue to climb up the stairs. That's it. That's it. All right, guys, that's my video for today, man. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the channel as always. Guys, make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gone.